Good morning, friends. It's time for a Tangle Tuesday. So today's tangle that we're going to go over is this one here. It's called Reflections. And it was created by Cheryl Carver, a tangler. And as always, the step out is on tanglepatterns.com, and I'll put that link in the notes to this too. So just for fun today, I decided I haven't used white pen on black tile for a while, so I want to do that one for you today. But of course, absolutely, you can just use your regular micron pen on white tile. You can use a ballpoint pen on a sticky note, whatever you have available. Go ahead and get that out, and let's tangle together with this. So I'm going to take a regular 3.5 by 3.5 black tile. And I'm using today the Jelly Roll, the white Jelly Roll pens. I'm going to use a size 05 and a size 10. Size 10 is the thicker, bolder. And then I also have my white charcoal pencil. So when I'm using the Jelly Rolls on the back side, I like to just get it started first and get the pen going a little bit. The thing that you'll notice with Jelly Rolls, you don't want to push real hard. It's a very light touch. You actually get more ink coming out the lighter you go. So flipping back over, I want to use, have the most length that I can, so I'm going to draw the middle line using the pencil. Just a very light stroke in the middle. And I'm going diagonal. You can go any direction you want with this. And then I want to use the bolder Jelly Roll 10 pen first. And to start this off, you're just going to do a little snake up and down over the line. Doesn't matter how wide, how tall or short you want to go, whatever you feel like doing. So I'm just going to make little S curves going around, some bigger, some smaller. And go off the pen like that, page like that. So just a little windy road there. And then the next thing you do, I like to start just on all of the curves above the line, and then I'm going to rotate and do the other side. So starting from one corner, always start from the same corner. See where the pencil line meets the curve? Let me just zoom in real quick there, so you can see there. Starting from there, doing a diagonal line about halfway down the length of the other side, like so. And because it's easier for the way my brain works, I'm going to go down the row and do all of those just on this side. So starting at the corner and then going about halfway down the opposite side. And then for the flip of that, you're going to start in the opposite corner and go about halfway the length of the line that you just drew, like so. And repeat that, repeat, repeat. And then I'm going to turn. That's what I love about these little tiles. It makes it very easy to turn your work so you can, your arm is always going in the same direction, and it's easier to repeat patterns when you're going the same direction, and that gets you into that state of flow. We just have that nice relaxed focus. And repeating down that side. So that gives us little defined spaces to put some decoration in. Now for this one, I'm going to switch to my Jelly Roll 5. So it's a little bit thinner, narrower of a line. I want to make sure I've got that started off. So you see how much more narrow that is compared to the 10. And starting in a corner, just pick one of the curves. Starting in a corner, I'm going to draw almost like aura lines, kind of like a fan. They're all going to start in that corner and fan outwards. Now you certainly can just stay with the Jelly Roll 10 And if you do so, the lines will be a little bit thicker, and so you'll just put fewer lines within that space. And then rinse and repeat, and do the same with the next curved section. Like so. And one more. Like so. And then now I'm going to come back and, starting on this curve, follow like an aura and fan out going the other direction. This would also be a great one for a colored pen too. You could get some cool color themes going with that. Okay, so there I've got one side done. And again, for simplicity, I like to flip to do the other side. So I'm going to start down at this end, and I'm going to do the longer section first. I was just looking at how light the 05 lines are, that I was double checking. You can tell in the jelly roll how much ink you have left. So it comes up to here right now. So you'll see when that goes down and it's time to replace your pen. These are from Sakura, which is the same maker of the Micron pens. But the jelly rolls, they do have some cool color sets, and there's a glitter set, glitter gel pens. So all of those would be really great on the black paper. And another one here. Like that, and then going back and doing the little section, going the other direction. And there. All right, now, as always, you can just stop there where you're at. I like to do a little shading. That's where I'm going to use my white charcoal pencil. With the white pencil, I find I don't usually need a tortillon, a blending stump, a little smoothing stump, but you certainly can use that if you wish. So I'm going to shade it. To me, it looks like this little section is curving under the previous one, so that's a good spot for shading. So I'm going to do just a little white line, just some little pencil marks there. Gives it a little bit more oomph to it. Makes it look like it's going behind a bit. So I'm going to do that first on all of these. Now this could be also cool on a bigger space, because you could do multiple reflections. You can have them overlap a little bit and draw them like one going behind another one. And like that, and one more here. Okay. So say it gave it just a little bit extra emphasis. And then the other spot that I really feel like it wants some shading is where all the lines come together in the middle sections, and keep that kind of as is, because that darkness just makes it look like it's flowing outwards. So starting at the point, just doing some even strokes there, just kind of fills in that section. So when you're doing shading, I'm going to do the top row first and then the bottom row. When you're doing shading, you want to be sure to leave some areas not shaded in. So rather than coloring all this in, I'm just being very specific down in that little corner and leaving some areas as is, because that's what gives it the contrast. That's what makes it really stand out and pop. And then I'm going to rotate. And do these guys. And then, as always, I kind of step back and look, see if any other place is calling for something. And I feel like I just want to strengthen that line going off the page. Pencil or pen would be fine here. And that's it. Now you certainly can, and when you go to the step out page that I'll put in the link, you certainly can decorate these shapes differently. I saw some where these little ones were all completely shaded in dark, and then this was open or had lines or little circles inside. Another one where it was flipped. This one was shaded in dark, and then this one had narrow little lines in it. What else? You could do little orbs. You could leave some completely open, like leave that without any lines in it and have it be black. So lots of variety, and you can experiment with that. And then, like I was saying earlier, you could do some parallel lines. You could do another set of reflections here and here. You could do a go behind where you draw your snake, and then wherever you hit a line, you come up and go down, so you make it look like it's behind this one. So lots of fun little things you can do. And then, of course, as always, when you're done, put your artist chop on there. All right, so there is Reflections. Have fun with it.